affordable long-term warranty. Give us a call before it gets worse.
Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up on the news, basketball and beer. Alcohol sales will be allowed at Husker games this fall.
Plus, the Lincoln doctor accused of sexual assault was in court today. We'll tell you what happened, but first.
The caller reported a deceased individual was inside a residence.
Another homicide here in Lincoln, the third one in 2 weeks. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Megan Conway has the night off. One man was murdered in North Lincoln yesterday afternoon.
Lincoln police say they were called to the residence on North 65th and Madison Street for a welfare check. I was out in the neighborhood earlier this afternoon speaking with residents. Residents in this neighborhood describe this area as safe and quiet. Just to put it in perspective, 3 streets down the road is Lincoln Northeast High School. But yesterday afternoon, a 48-year-old man's body was found in this house behind me.
I never saw any crime scene tape. I thought that was weird. I thought they would at least block off the street if something was going on, and that's why I was very quick to think, oh, I don't think anyone died, because there wasn't any crime scene tape.
Officers were called to this house on North 65th and Madison Street for a welfare check.
Arriving officers entered the residence and discovered a 48 years of age male deceased inside.
The name of the victim has not yet been released, but the suspect in custody is 35-year-old Joshua Larson of Lincoln.
The victim and Larson were involved in an intimate relationship. After interviewing Larson and witness and gathering additional evidence, Joshua Larson was arrested for second-degree murder and lodged in Lancaster County Jail.
Carson Jaso says investigators were at the house nearly all day collecting evidence.
I saw multiple people coming in and out of the house that worked on the CSI unit or police, and they had some baggies with them.
Jaso has lived in the area for a few years.
My parents were really relaxed when I moved into the neighborhood. They're like, this is a really awesome area, I'm happy for you, and I was very excited.
Crime in Lincoln has gone up. This is the 5th homicide in the last month and the 3rd in the past 2 weeks.
It is concerning that crime rate, I feel, is up, but I'm not ever going to question where I live or anything.
Joshua Larson was in court today for another incident. He's expected to be arraigned on the murder charge Monday afternoon. Also in court this afternoon, a Lincoln doctor accused of sexual assault. Dr. Scott Schmidt is accused of sexually assaulting 2 of his patients between January and July of this year. He was an addiction medicine specialist at Pine Lake Behavioral Health and Medical.
He's facing first and second degree sexual assault charges. And today, the deputy county attorney didn't hold back on the severity of the accusations against him.
This represents one of the most egregious breaches of trust and victimization between a doctor and a patient. No significant criminal history, however, has told one of his patients that he has access to $300,000 and has made statements about committing suicide as well.
Now, Schmidt's bail is set at $3.5 million. He told the court he will be able to post bond at $350,000. That's 10% of that, of course. Though he was arrested on suspicion of assaulting 2 patients, court documents show that 5 have alleged Schmidt assaulted them between the years 2016 and 2022. The victims are all male between the ages of 20 and 30. Deputies believe there could be more victims.
The investigation is ongoing, and the Sheriff's Office would still urge anyone with information or who was sexually victimized by Dr. Scott Schmidt to contact the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office at 402-441-6500.
The state also had other conditions Schmidt must follow when he is out on bail. He must surrender his passport if he has one. He cannot have any contact with the victims. His next appearance in court will be October 28th. New information from a school bus crash that happened Wednesday in Chase County.
It happened west of Imperial. Officers say the bus driver, Keith Cranwell, was turning and failed to yield to oncoming semi. The impact caused the bus to flip on its side. Cranwell was ticketed. Several children were taken to the hospitals. 3 children who were sent to regional trauma centers are still there recovering from their injuries.
Some Lincoln residents had to evacuate after an early morning fire. It happened around 3 a.m. today at Mystic Pines Apartments near Southwest 27th and South Street. It started in a kitchen, but it was put out quickly. There were no injuries and no damage amount at this time. Well, something new at Husker basketball games this fall. You'll be able to buy alcohol.
This morning, the Nebraska Board of Regents voted to allow it. Keep in mind, it's only for men's and women's games at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the next 2 years. It does not include Memorial Stadium or Husker football games. Back in March, alcohol was sold at PBA for the Big Ten Wrestling Championship. Just like that, Regents say this will be a trial run to see how it goes.
If it does work, then maybe we'll continue it beyond the 2 years. This is something that requires all patrons of the game to be accountable, and I would just encourage that amongst the fans that are in attendance.
In response to concerns over the safety of alcohol at Husker events, members of the board and university officials said this would be a controlled environment and compared it to UNO's policy on alcohol at sporting events, which has not seen any major incidents so far.
Also at the Board of Regents meeting today, UN President Ted Carter announced the waiving of application fees for undergraduate admissions would be extended through October.
We announced that it was ending today, but I'm announcing right now that we're going to extend that for the entire month of October. So for anybody that hasn't applied yet, you've just been given an extension, so please get those applications and it won't cost you a penny.
The application fee of $45 was previously waived through the end of September until today as part of an effort to expand access and encourage students to attend college. Students and families will now have until October 31st to submit applications without a fee. Now to Hurricane Ian. Floridians in the hardest hit areas are coming face to face with scenes of destroyed buildings, homes, and debris basically everywhere.
Now the Carolinas are getting slammed with this powerful storm. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
After decimating parts of southwest Florida, Hurricane Ian eyeing a fourth landfall, this time staring down South Carolina's coast, already kicking up rough surf on Tybee Island, Georgia. While the southeast feels the wrath of this storm, Ian's devastation in parts of Florida becoming painfully clear.
We started to see the water coming through the windows. I would say it'd take a few days to get everything clean.
Across the state, hundreds of water rescues.
25 helicopters, 25 boats, and over 1,200 of what we call high water vehicles that can really get into those remote areas through water to help rescue people.
And watch as crews pulled this man from piles of rubble and debris in Fort Myers. His wife still missing. In Naples, the power of water on full display. Further inland, a flooding catastrophe, water swallowing homes and businesses in Orlando's Orange County.
I just want the people of Florida to know we see what you're going through and we're with you. We're going to do everything we can for you.
As Florida races to recover, 1,000 FEMA personnel deployed, supplying millions of liters of water, meals, and hundreds of generators.
There's a lot of people that are going to need a lot of help. FEMA has individual assistance for this community, which is important, but they're only allowed to do certain things, so we really want to enlist the help of the private sector to be able to help us and help people get back on their feet.
Venice, Florida hit incredibly hard. A transformer blew here at this mobile home community, bursting into flames. These homes right behind me burning to the ground. Still, 2 million people across the state of Florida without power. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Venice, Florida.
Now let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins. Rusty, it's Friday night football. What can we expect out there?
It's a nice night out there. We've got a few clouds here and there. Temperatures are on the comfortable side. Overall, pretty nice night for some football and to just be out and about in general. 72 degrees at kickoff at 8 p.m. The wind will be out of the southeast at anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour. Partly cloudy, just really a nice night for Lincoln Southeast versus Lincoln Southwest. That's kind of a big game. Huskercast looks like this. Your currency Huskercast by 6 p.m. 76 degrees, mostly clear skies, and 70 by 8 p.m. and by 10 o'clock. Cooling off a little bit. 64 degrees with a southeast wind at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Temperatures today started off in the 40s and 50s, and we eventually made it a little warmer, and it was in the 80s. 83 degrees in Lincoln, 82 in Hebron, 83 also in Grand Island, a little cooler towards Omaha and Nebraska City in the upper 70s, but most of us in the 80s today. Outside right now, Schoen's Roofing in Beatrice is showing a lot of sunshine, and temperatures are on the warm side, with still in the lower 80s, 82 degrees in Lincoln Lincoln, 76 in Nebraska City, 77 in Omaha, but 80s just about everywhere you look. 90 though in McCook, so summer's not done with us yet. Right now the wind is out of the south and east at 5 to 15 to 20 miles per hour. Little bit of light rainfall activity in north central and northeastern Nebraska. Another round of some scattered showers trying to move into the panhandle. Most of the state very quiet. Forecast for the weekend, 83, a few clouds on Saturday, 80 on Sunday. So it is going to be a warm weekend, warmer than average by about 5 to 10 degrees. We will cool off next week though. We'll take a look at the 10-day in just a few minutes.
Yes, definitely warm out there, but it's, the sun is still shining. I'm sure you want to enjoy that. You may be looking for some fun weekend plans. Many cities and towns throughout Nebraska are taking this weekend to celebrate the end of summer and the beginning of fall.
Including Grand Island, where they'll be celebrating their 80th annual Harvest of Harmony tomorrow. With a pageant, a parade, and a field competition, Grand Island is expecting thousands of visitors to line the downtown streets to cheer on the clubs, businesses, schools, and more marching through the city. In fact, this year's theme is Marching Through the Decades. The field competition will be held at Grand Island Senior High and feature 26 Nebraska high school bands, along with UNO, UNK, and Wayne State. And Hastings is hosting its own fall celebration. Join the city at this year's Harvest Fest this Sunday from 1 to 6 p.m. Head to Prairie Loft Center for food, arts and crafts, wagon rides, even live music for the kids. Plus, Hastings Public Library's Bookmobile and Hastings College's mobile glassblowing studio will be there. Admission is free, and there's plenty for the whole family. This week, Lincoln has been celebrating all of our different local breweries for Craft Beer Week, and this weekend, you can expect 14 different bars and breweries to run specials on drinks and host events like food trucks, games, and game day watch parties and activities. And at the 1867 bar in downtown Lincoln, they're bringing us a little nostalgia. The much-loved film Hocus Pocus is finally releasing a sequel. And the downtown bar is hosting a watch party tonight. You can bring your own snacks, they'll provide the drinks, and they'll even be themed. This event is 21 and up. The movie starts at 9 o'clock tonight. And Junk Stock is back in Waterloo, Nebraska, starting today until October 9th. You'll find all sorts of treasures while wandering through the vendors. You can also stop and grab a snack at the food trucks. Plus, bring your furry friends, as this event is pet-friendly. Tickets are $10 a person. Kids 12 and under are free. And also happening this weekend, Channel 8 will host a debate between the two candidates for Congressional District 1.
That's Representative Mike Flood and State Senator Patty Pansing Brooks. It will air at 5 in the evening this Sunday. Rod, you'll actually be moderating the hour-long debate at UNL.
That's right, and the debate will include questions from District 1 residents, along with some UNL students. If you have a question you'd like the candidates to answer, we'd love to hear it. To submit a question, you can visit our website, klkntv.com. And coming up, global anger after Russia annexes parts of Ukraine. The latest when we come back.
Right now, there's a great selection of new 2023 Kias in stock or on the way at Kia of Lincoln. Hurry in for the best selection and order yours today. Kia of Lincoln, 1145 North 48th Street, the area's low payment headquarters.
Looking for high quality and low prices? Then Furniture Row's 4-day super sale is for you. That's 4 days, where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, no limit.
You'll also find huge savings on living, dining, bedroom, and much, much more.
Plus, make your cash go further with 5 years no interest financing and no down payment. But don't wait, the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
Champion summer savings are here. Don't miss our best window sale. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free.
At Champion, we make buying new windows easy.
Unlike some other companies, at Champion, we control every aspect of the process. We design it, we build it, we install it, and we guarantee it for life.
Keep the heat out this summer with new energy-efficient windows from Champion. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
I got a phone call early in the morning that the theater was on fire. It was devastating. Because we're a small town, we don't have a lot of resources. The things that happen here have to come from the people that live here. It took a lot of effort to get a brand new theater going.
Seeing people come in again, it was very satisfying.
We have a theater because Kathy and the community made it happen.
It's important to me. It's important for our community, and it's important to Union Bank.
Are you
you finding large amounts of dust in your home? John Henry's is the perfect solution for you. We provide an exceptional duct cleaning service using the most advanced air duct cleaning system available. Contact us at 402-435-5555 or visit us at jhlincoln.com.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job, so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Get a $500 cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine. Plus, now during truck season, get a $1,000 accessory allowance toward a new Chevy truck with accessories. Chevrolet, the best-selling brand in the Lincoln area.
This news segment is brought to you by Allo Communications.
Allo means reliability, productivity, connect. Allo means no more of that. Allo means business. Local business, big business, small business. If you need reliable phone and internet connectivity, you need Allo. Local service and same-day dispatch. Free installation, symmetrical upload and download speeds. If your business relies on communication, rely on Allo. Allo means business. Visit allofiber.com/business.
World leaders are outraged after Russia's decision to annex territories it occupies in Ukraine. Vladimir Putin pledging to defend that area by any means necessary, even threatening the possible use of nuclear weapons.
And in response, Ukraine now accelerating its bid to join NATO. ABC's Jay O'Brien has the latest from Washington.
Widespread condemnation Friday after Russia formally annexed occupied territory in Ukraine. President Biden specifically denouncing Russian President Vladimir Putin.
He can't seize his neighbor's territory and get away with it. It's as simple as that.
And the U.S. announcing additional sanctions against Russia, targeting Kremlin-linked officials and other entities that supply Moscow's military. The EU calling Russia's decision dangerous.
The European Union unequivocally rejects and condemns these illegal annexations, and it will never recognize them.
The same day, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky pledging his country will now seek to join NATO on an expedited track, although the move is largely symbolic and the potential membership is likely years away. Russia's land grab the largest in Europe since World War II and comes after staged referenda in 4 Russian-occupied regions. Putin saying the annexation is the, quote, will of millions of people. But Ukraine calls the referenda a sham, even saying in some cases citizens were forced to cast ballots at gunpoint. All of it as images emerge from Zaporizhia, one of the newly annexed regions, showing what Ukrainian officials describe as a horrific Russian strike on a 40-vehicle civilian convoy heading into Russian-controlled territory to bring family out to safety. Ukrainian officials say dozens are confirmed dead. Ukrainian forces, meanwhile, remain committed to taking those annexed regions back from Russia, and Putin has made veiled threats that he might use nuclear weapons to hold on to them. Jay O'Brien, ABC News, Washington.
Now, your Storm Alert team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
So this morning we saw some spotty showers roll through the area. It didn't amount to much for most of us. Some areas did get a downpour or two briefly, but just kind of one little area from about Lincoln to Beatrice. 1/100th of an inch officially in Lincoln, 3/100ths in Beatrice and Aurora. But again, this was very spotty precipitation, but it did do something. It broke a streak, our summer dry streaks. So far this summer, the longest streak we've had that was precipitation free was 19 days. That was July 27th to August 14th. 13 days was number 2, August 28th through September 9th. Third, May 27th through June 3rd. This is an unfortunate one too. It was only just over a week, but this is usually a very rainy time, and that was a solid week of no rain, so that was a very unfortunate timing. And then 7 days, July 18th through the 24th, that's number 4. Today, 6 days. We would have had 7 today, but from September 24th through the 29th, 6 days, that's the 5th longest that we've seen. So if you tally all of those up, that's a solid month and a half or a little bit more of no rain. So that's, I guess that's not news to anybody. Penner Bathing Solutions camera is showing lots of blue sky, a few clouds here and there. Temperatures very mild today, 82 the temperature right now in Lincoln, it's 79 in Beatrice, 80 in Friend. Over there in Aurora, it's 79, along with York, 83, one of the warmer spots in Kearney. This is a little warmer than we were yesterday by about 4 or 5 degrees, and we will continue to see warmer temperatures over the next couple of days. There's still a little, just enough of a disturbance from about Custer County up towards O'Neill for a scattered shower or two, maybe Knox County, and then some stronger storms trying to move in way over towards Scotts Bluff. But overall, 95% of the state is dry. Cold front off to the west will try to continue to spark a few showers and thunderstorms. For us, just anywhere from mostly clear to partly cloudy skies. This is Saturday afternoon. Notice clouds to the north. That cold front staying well off to the west. Plenty of sunshine as we head through Saturday afternoon into the evening hours. Expecting a quiet 24 hours for football game tomorrow is looking pretty nice. Tonight, temperatures in the lower and middle 50s, the southeast wind at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Those early showers, mainly west and north of the capital city. I think it'll just be partly cloudy to mostly clear. In Lincoln's 52 degrees, southeast wind at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Then we warm up. Notice the wind coming out of the south and east at around 10 to 20, maybe gusting towards 25, but high temperatures between 80 and 85. 85 would be about 10 degrees above average, so a warmer than average day tomorrow, and that is going to continue for a while. A little breezy tomorrow, 83 degrees, plenty of sunshine, southeast wind 10, 20, maybe gusting towards 25 miles per hour. The next 7 days, 83 degrees on Saturday, then another 80, then another 80. Then we slowly start to cool off. Notice that those few showers on Monday and Tuesday, doesn't look like it'll be a big deal. Temperatures continue to cool off as we head towards the end of next week. Showers possible Friday. That Husker game is in New Jersey, I believe, so it's an away game. And then temperatures try to get a little bit warmer after a brief cool down. And notice this, guys, there's temperatures in the 30s for overnight lows. We could be talking about a little frost situation as we head towards the end of next week.
You know, for a lot of people, those are perfect temps.
Yeah. I like them.
For some.
For some.
Then there's me.
You like it hot.
I'm just happy to see that there's some 80s left in there, the last little bit of summer, but
That's right.
a cool down is nice. We need a nice cool down.
You bet. All right, another